CO, Halito, how you doing, cuz?
Hey, what's going on, Jay Thamo? What's going on with your cuz? What's poppin' with your baby?
It's a lovely Sunday.
Yeah. Well, you know me. You know my mind is always wondering with questions and everything. Especially when you see things that's going on in the media, right? And some things that were said and things that's like dealing with the political arena, right? And it's amazing how things begin to start lining up, right?
Yeah.
What's going on? And so with that being said and done, um, it makes me go back and look at things from a standpoint of view of history, right?
Hmm.
And I'm trying to see where the tribal nations of the world go fit in that.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm trying to look up now the different manifestos because, these groups like the Committee of 300 and all of these people that are quote unquote above the table, they have these manifestos of things. Um, and it kind of lines up with the Bible, their movie script, and they go by each stage. They don't really have a time frame for anything. They just go by, like, if this event happens, then this is next. And I'm trying to look up those manifestos now, while you're talking. That way we can share them.
And I like to send a video to where you can play it. Hopefully, it let us play it. Hopefully, um, because I don't know if people saw it on my Facebook page, but I'm gonna send you the link through the back chat.
While you doing that, I did find just a book, but they got videos of shit um everywhere. So peace to everybody tuning in. Peace to everybody in the chat. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting topic to discuss because these things on the horizon right now. They calling,
I don't know what it is.
what's her name? They calling her the great harlot that's riding the dragon. They, you know, referring to the manifesto that we all know is the Bible.
You think that?
Okay, you found it?
Hold on, the page is taking long to come up. When I hit it, I get the link for it.
Oh, they got
Because I don't see things as a coincidence.
Right. This the only
or
thing
accident,
to
right?
show. Right, right. It's no incident. I mean, no coincidence. Yeah, this is a lot of the books. They not showing me the PDF, but I know it's videos out there where they really dissecting this shit. But the question is that you posed was, what is gonna happen to federally recognized tribes during this time of the New World Order? That was the question you posed, right, cuz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, why is this? Now, why is this? Oh, here you go. Okay. All right. This it right here. See,
But
see if
this
you
one's
can pull
crazy.
it
Look,
up before you can play it.
you sent it where in the private chat? Okay.
Yeah. I sent the link in the private chat. Let's see if you can click on it.
Let me see.
See if you can pull it up.
Is this the George Bush Senior?
Yes.
Okay. All
Yes.
right.
Because some people probably forgot about this.
This is
But
for
check this out.
educational purposes only. This is our disclaimer. Now go ahead, cuz. What was you saying?
This was on September the 11th of 1990. Isn't that is that a coincidence or an accident?
Right, right. 9/11.
Uh-huh.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new
That's
world
September
order
11th, 1990.
where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge. Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is a very real prospect of a new world order.
The Council on Foreign Relations, known as the CFR, an organization publicly sworn to destroy American national sovereignty and usher in a tyrannical world police state, could not contain their glee on September 12th, the day after the tragic attack. They announced their New World Order.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
Yeah, it's a lot of videos about this subject. But we're closely examining how it relates to federally recognized tribes. This is why we're showing it. So if anybody want to join in the discussion, chime in.
I'm about to send you another link, cuz.
Okay.
You can play this one.
Oh yeah. All right, let me clear this. Hold on. Okay, let me hold on. Gotta rewind this shit. Okay.
Greetings. Now, I don't find it as a coincidence or accident that we had George Herbert Walker Sr. spoke about, okay.
This is 7 minutes. So let's
All right, you can stop it.
Part.
You can stop it.
Where
you can stop it.
Okay, you want to go to where they talking, or are you just reminding everybody about what happened?
You can stop it. You can stop it because I don't know if anybody is actually is like real knowledgeable in history. There was in the 60s there was a project that was called God, it was on the tip of my head. Let me keep on talking. When John F. Kennedy was in office.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it.
Operation Norwood. Operation Norwood. That's the name of it. Operation Norwood. Operation Norwood was actually speaking about this same thing right here, right in the 1960s when they said that.
Is it Norwind or Norwood?
Norwood. Huh? Operation Norwood.
Okay. Operation Norwood. Okay.
Yeah. Operation Norwood. That was in the 1960s. Okay. When John F. Kennedy was in office, and they were saying that, what people don't have to fail to realize is that the New World Order isn't a new idea. So now my question is, where are these tribal nations that are not recognized, or who are federal recognized, who are state recognized? Where would they fall at in this New World Order?
Like, is their sovereignty gonna still stand, so to speak?
Right. How's that going to work under the New World Order? That been a question on my mind for the longest, because I hear people say you're not federal recognized, you're not state recognized, or you are federal recognized, or you state recognized, but is that going to mean anything in the New World Order? What would it take for you to still be a sovereign in the New World Order? Because from my investigation and studies, that no one will be a sovereign under the New World Order because it'll be one world government.
Yeah, basically the United Nations is gonna be like the new world government, so to speak.
Right, right. Because it's like he said, the founders of the United Nations. Well, you have to go and look and see who were the founders of the League of Nations that became known as the United Nations. Because before it started out as the United Nations, it was called the League of Nations. And then they changed its charter. It became known as the United Nations. Britain, France, Italy, and Japan.
Yeah, 1919. I see 9/11 in there.
Yeah, you see? And look, all four of those nations right there, they was in World War II. Isn't that ironic? Britain, France, Italy, and Japan were all in World War II. What's really going on, people?
They said the League of Nations was open to any self-governing state, dominion, or colony that met certain requirements and received a 2/3 majority vote in favor of admission. At its largest, the League had 58 member states, including Ethiopia in September 1923 and Finland in December 1920. However, the United States, which President Woodrow Wilson first proposed as a member of the League, never joined. Yeah, so let's okay. League of Nations. Let's look at this. All right.
So, if the United States never joined, when they went to World War II, was it still the League of Nations or was it known as the United Nations at that time? I think it became the United Nations right for World War II. It became as the United Nations. Okay, because that's when the United States and them joined.
In 41.
Then in that war. Oh, it was after World War II. Okay.
Okay, so
So the United
1945.
Nations after the World War II. Wow.
Okay, the present charter is with the Chinese, French, Russian, English, and Spanish text. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, the need for an international organization to replace the League of Nations was first stated officially in October 30th, 1943, in the Moscow Declaration issued by China, Great Britain, the United States, and the USSR.
Okay.
So, in 1943.
Okay.
Okay, so
So that
October
means they went into this.
is
So they
officially
went into
Nations Day.
So they went into the Great Depression before World War II. Wow. Huh. Because the United States and then went bankruptcy in 1933, and then that's when Roosevelt did the New Deal.
I was trying to make it big.
Yeah, but that's crazy though.
Yeah, they just state their purposes and principles. But they say this is crazy. They say to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian character, and in promoting and encouraging respect for human rights and for fundamental freedoms for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion. Are they really living by this? Or this is just
I
made public?
I say it's a fork tongue.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm being sarcastic when I say, are they really living by this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna pull this up because they got this. I don't know why that's on here. Hold on. They got this thing where uh every time you Google something, they'll have the AI answer first. Now I noticed that on Google. Let's see. Uh, what happens to
Because that's just things that was in my head. Like, how are you gonna join the New World Order, or are you gonna be like the rebels in the movies? That's my question. Or are you gonna take the mark of the beast, or whatever that may be?
right?
Um,
Because they got
what you go?
plenty theories on what is the mark of the beast, like the vaccine, the jab. They say the jab.
Yeah, because I remember this was like in 1996, 96, 97, 98, somewhere around that time when his maestro was at the Soul Train Award. He was speaking about the nanotechnology, and they were talking about how they was going to do the nanotechnology and infuse it with human genetics and everything, and have people live longer. And they said, but in the process, some people will, perish or whatever, you know. Um, yeah, I heard about the shooting that took place on Pine Ridge. I saw it. It came across my news feed, and I hope no one didn't get hurt out there. Um, and if someone did, um, yeah, if someone did get hurt, I hope they have a speedy recovery. Hence, it's a sad thing that happened during the time of a powwow. A man was shot. Did he survive?
And where was this at? So we can pull it up.
That was in Pine Ridge. It was in Pine Ridge. Oh, he died. The whole died. Oh wow. Because one of my cousins from the Choctaw Nation actually went to the Pine Ridge when they had the Water for Life protests out there, you know. But
This is
yeah,
why.
yeah. I hope his family and them
Okay,
get
this is a
it
day ago.
and everything, you know.
Oh, rest in peace.
All right, the shooter was detained. Where he was shot multiple times. Oh wow. And see, and people are some people trying to hold on to their tradition and culture, and then you have some of the young ones who are not, because I guess they feel that it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not trying to learn their language. I mean, it's just a whole lot that's going on over there, you know, and it's sad, you know, and I actually know someone personally who's a part of that community, and he's real good friends with my cousin. Um, hey, Tanji. And so it's just sad all the way around, because now we have a person that's, you know, went to the other side, and then you have someone that's incarcerated now, you know, and at the time of a celebration, of a powwow, to where you're supposed to get ready and learn, you know,
Right,
and
that's a
live
sacred
about it.
event. That's so
Yeah,
disrespectful.
yeah, that's very disrespectful. So now it's multiple things that can happen. Um, you know, the tribe itself, the tribal government can hold tribal court, or they can let a third article judge of a federal judge court deal with that situation. And I mean, by that's happening at a powwow and you shooting at a gathering, I said that will be somewhat of a terrorist threat. So
Yeah,
they might,
yeah, they're gonna have to have metal detectors and crack down even at powwows. Now they changing the protocol now with this.
yeah. I saw the shooter. Pine Ridge has high crime rate. Yeah. But I was getting into a debate with a guy that goes to that community, and that was debating about us being criminals in projects. Yeah, I was actually watching a documentary where they said that they actually have colors on the res, right? Like they have colors on the res.
Hmm.
You know, and
You talking
but
about red or blue?
yeah, colors. Yeah, like
Yeah,
a movie.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm just
yeah,
right.
yeah. They have colors on, but the guy said that the colors didn't matter once they go in the ceremony, and it was like last month when I saw the documentary when I was looking at it about these reservations and everything. Um, and this is why the question came about dealing with the New World Order, because you having all these people in them that's trying to say who's this and who's that and who's not and who is, and it's like, okay, what you going to do when them people roll them tanks down them highways and byways and stuff and cut off food supplies and what you going to do? What you going to do to survive? Look where you are, right?
Yeah.
I
Um,
always say the
mm,
city is a worse place to be when shit goes down. That's the worst place to be. If the military tanks and jeeps and them come down the interstate and you don't know how to get out, I mean, that's the things that run through my head. I don't know about y'all, but I'm always thinking about awareness and preparedness, right? Preparedness and awareness. And I said this in 2006. Everybody was laughing about the situation that happened in New Orleans with Hurricane Katrina. I said that's going to be a Hurricane Katrina, but it's going to be on the larger scale without water. And that was dealing with COVID. Because look what happened with COVID. You had to stay in long ass lines in order to get food. And sometimes Walmart, Piccadilly's, Piggly Wiggly's, or all your national food stores, they was running out of food and saying that they can't get the shipments in at an appropriate time to get food, right? Let's look at it. Look at it, right? They told you when you can go outside and when you can't go outside, right? Do you have your papers to say that you was vaccinated? Do you have your card? That reminds me of World War II German, German Nazi or Nazi Germany. Do you have your papers to travel? Do you have your papers to go inside of these venues? Do you have your papers? But everybody thinking this shit is all willy nilly. What the fuck you gonna do?
yeah. Everybody gonna have to designate one person from the family. Gonna have to go and do A, B, C, and D. Gonna have to start, coming up with a plan for that.
Right? What you gonna have your family do? Man, somebody need to know how to deal with weaponry. Somebody need to know how to deal with combative, right? Somebody need to know how to deal with growing stuff. Somebody need to know how to purify water. Some people need to know how to start fire with wood that's wet, right? Somebody need to know how to tie certain knots. Some people need to know medical shit. Like y'all not thinking, y'all not being preparedness. Y'all not. And then you know what? And
Shout
sometimes
out to
I look
those.
at it. What you say, cuz?
I said shout out to those who are. You got your backpacks ready, your tents, all your supplies.
Yeah. Do you have equipment bags set up? You know,
Yeah, I need to get back on that. I got some things, some major things I gotta add to it.
yeah. And then I showed the young lady, well, older lady at work when Kamala Harris said that to do population control. She said, "Oh, that was AI." I said, "Are you sure that was AI?" "Oh yeah, that was general." She said population control, and then the media tried to come back and say, "Oh, she mean to say pollution." No, that she
No,
knew
that,
exactly what she said.
yeah, exactly.
She
Yeah,
said
they've been
exactly.
talking about that for a long time about population control. The earth is
Yeah,
vast. They just greedy.
the, dealing with the United Nations and the Rockefellers. I'm calling names. I don't give a fuck. The Rockefeller Foundation. It was talking about what it is. Um, but that was Agenda 21, right? United Nations Agenda 21. Can you pull that up? People don't talk about, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. These people was already talking about population control. They were talking about population control, and they was talking about global warming. And that all happened when old boy was vice president under under Bill Clinton. What's his name? Yeah, the Bill Gates Foundation, all the foundations. Yeah, I heard about Agenda 25 and 26 and 27.
Yeah, yeah, when I first started really going hard on this stuff, I don't remember the numbers, but yeah, I read a lot of stuff about this population control, all the different manifestos and all this shit. It's really sick. But yeah, okay. They doing this AI overview. Every time I do a Google search, they do that first and then they list shit down here.
And the population control went all the way back dealing with eugenics. That was the first population control, dealing with
Yeah.
eugenics.
Yeah, Margaret
Margaret Thatcher.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having due regard for human aspirations for better quality of life. What? The earth is vast. If y'all don't stop burning down rainforests and the woodlands everywhere, the Amazon, all that, they destroy stuff and make it messed up. Now they want to have some kind of population control.
Well, I wouldn't look at it as a fear tactics or scare someone, but it always say be prepared for the outcome. You know what I'm saying? But the handwriting is on the wall. It been on the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the Georgia Guidestone, I've been knowing about the Georgia Guidestone since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Since the late 80s. You know, and that's supposed to be under the Rosicrucian.
Oh, okay. That
So
is
yeah,
it. That was my boy Beverly, Pascal
yeah,
Beverly, the
yeah,
other one
Pascal.
that
Yeah.
came after him. Yeah. So, I mean, y'all can research population control, manifestos about the New World Order, and it's available to you. And I was just the other day, I was looking up um, just the stuff, just digging in the archives of my brain about the Committee of 300 and how the government that we see is just basically the showpiece, the model in front. They get their
Well,
order
I mean,
from somewhere else.
but the thing is, right? Let me see. If you take this along with us already in a war in America, we have been in a war for a while now. But yeah, but everything is speeding up now because I don't know if you noticed, but look at certain businesses now. They are being ran by AI. I mean, they got a whole Taco Bell place where they ain't got no human in that motherfucker. And all thing you have to do is drive up and put your order in, and they send your food through an air chute. Caught it. Yeah. So so yeah. I mean, even when you go like to like all the fast food places, they have like kiosks now. You know what I'm saying? And they just seeing how that's working. But you know what? Hollywood already put it out there with the movie
Yeah,
with
they show you.
with Will Smith, which was called Artificial Intelligence. Remember? They put it out there already.
iRobot.
Everybody's supposed to be there to help you and everything. And next thing you know, the motherfucker went from green to red and say, you can't go outside. And
Yeah.
the next thing you know, they showing you that Japan and them making super foot soldier robots. But you know who sung on that though? Still Pulse in 1991 with Who Shall Save the Human Race.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let me see.
Yeah, I Am Legend. Yeah, Hollywood put it out there. But people
Yeah,
just looking at that sheer entertainment. I'm
I
like,
am.
these motherfuckers is telling y'all what's about to get ready to happen. And y'all don't even see it.
Yeah, they say that they have to tell you. That's one of their rules. They have to show you or tell you. You just gotta decipher the signs and symbols in movies. Decipher through the shit, filter it out. Um, I'm trying to find that book. I took a picture of it that I was looking at. But yeah, it's about to get real interesting around here.
Even when it come down to um medical tools and everything, it's like when I had to have my surgery, it was like, oh yeah, Mr. Pop, the doctor that's gonna do your surgery is in New York. I'm like, huh? They're like, yeah, he's in New York. He's gonna be controlling the robot arms here to do surgery on you. And I was like, what? They're like, oh yeah, this technology is old. They had this technology in Desert Storm. I said, huh? He said, yeah. He said they had this kind of medical equipment to work on the soldiers while the soldiers over there and everything, and they working from over here and doing the surgery over there from the robot. And I was like, wow. So yeah, they got some shit now.
Yeah, one of my family members had a surgery where they used the robot thing.
So yeah, so this shit here, you know, my thing is what y'all gonna do to be prepared. And this show is not about no fear tactics. I mean, I already put it out there. People them talking about conspiracy and all that they're conspiring. Nah, I already showed you where George Bush Sr. said it in 1990 and 1991 on September 11th about the New World Order, and his son came 11 years later. Look, they keep on throwing the number 11 out there.
Yeah. They tell you, they give it that label conspiracy theory because they don't want you to look into it. So that has some spookism with it. Conspiracy theory, that label. Yeah, it's talking about all these little people that's a part of this: the Rosicrucians, the Royal Institute of the International Affairs (RIIA), the Council of Foreign Relations (CFR), the Bilderbergers, the Trilaterals, the Zionists, Freemasons, Bolshevism, Rosicrucianism, and all these spin-offs of secret societies. This is what the Committee of 300, that they control everything. They're above the table, so to speak. They're part of the
And if you notice,
like John Wick.
that's what I was about to say with John Wick, above the table and under the table.
Yeah, I love those installments because they reveal some shit too. You just gotta
They were showing how all your hits and everything was coming from either from Islam or from Christianity.
The high table, them Abrahamic religion people.
And this one, he's supposed to be going after the high table. I've been waiting for that part. I want to see who will succeed. But it reminded me of also like Men in Black because everybody wore black.
Yeah.
All the assassins wore black. But they always give you a gleam of hope for those who are a part of the resistance or the rebellion where, they're like, man, look, fuck that. We going underground. Even in the movie Equilibrium, you had people that went underground. They're telling you. You have the people that's go form to it, and they're gonna have those that's go be underground. So which one you gonna be? Or you gonna be one that's underground, or you gonna
in the mountains? Yeah, they say, go hide in the mountains or caves. Yeah. So, but yeah, this little story is interesting. If y'all interested to know like who is the high table or above the high table, making all these decisions and carrying giving all these orders. It's not the front government, shadow government.
And then you know what? And then you had some tribal nations that was telling their tribal members to get the vaccination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know some people that passed away from it. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah. They was doing that to get money and funding. It's like what people do for money sometimes it's not good.
But that song is what people do for money. What people do for money.
You so crazy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that book.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up that book, Leviathan 666.
Yeah, that was a part 1 and the part 2.
Yeah.
It was a part 1 and the part 2.
Yeah, but this is something y'all can look at to see.
But I mean, the Bible with the Book of Revelations and the Book of Daniel, which is nothing but the Book of Revelation, that speaks about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's reiterated.
Yeah. About Nebuchadnezzar and all that there, which they speak about the Nebuchadnezzar in the movie The Matrix.
Yeah, and they say Kamala is the great harlot that's riding the beast. Babylon
So you
has
say
fallen,
or
or is falling.
the people that took it are no longer there. Wow. Yeah, you still got people in them that's falling to it. You know.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of people push through, and they said they had some placebo ones. That's what they say. They had some placebo jabs, and then they had some real strange jabs. So, and I'm sure if they delivering them to reservations and to ghetto areas, what they call it, urban areas, I'm sure them wasn't no placebos.
But you know,
Um,
you got a lot of people that be looking at the Simpsons, right? And I'm like, the Simpsons and them, their creators and their people, their producers and their writers and stuff, though they're part of the guild. They're part of the guild, so they're gonna write what's gonna happen.
yeah, they have to show you. That's one of the rules. They have to show you, tell you what's going down. It's a
Yeah, they're in the guild.
universal law, basically, so to speak.
They was talking about how the writers in them supposed to have been on strike in Hollywood. Okay, well, how they come out with all these movies then if they're supposed to have been on strike?
Yeah,
Think about it.
it's kind of like even when people have strikes, it's still people that don't don't cooperate and they go to work. You
Yeah,
know,
cause
and
yeah,
money is involved. So yeah, but I
but
was
then
trying.
you have to remember dealing with these movies is called the um the Oscar, and then they say that is the Academy of Arts and Sciences. So now you got to ask the question: what art and sciences that they're dealing with?
Hmm. Yeah, some high powered arts and sciences.
Yeah, the Writers Guild, right?
Yeah, and they do shit right in front of our faces. They perform rituals and ceremonies all the time in front of our face. Um,
And then they lied to you, right, by saying science fiction. How the fuck science gonna
yeah,
be fiction if science
right.
need to know? That's
Yeah,
an
that's
oxymoron to say science
right,
fiction.
right.
Oh, that's science fiction.
It's flip flopping and shit. Yeah, it's the total, yeah, opposite.
But you know what movie really put me on point though? The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah,
That's the movie that really put me.
yeah, that's one of the ones. Yeah, it's on point. And like when you were saying earlier, okay, like even it says he brought up this: my people perish for lack of knowledge. I mean, that's one saying that's is real. Lack of knowledge. Um, yeah, this is an interesting read. If whoever likes to read shit like this, and I'm gonna look up that other book. Oh, dare I look up that other book? Let me see. Um, oh, they got it on here too, but I wonder how many pages they got. Oh, look at this shit right here. Let me see. This is that book. This is an interesting read. This is for educational purposes only. It's interesting. We're talking about the New World Order, all of that. Pertaining to what will federally recognize tribal nations do when the New World Order kicks in. How are they affected? And we've been just bringing up different sources to discuss, things that are happening because they already wrote about this. They wrote manifestos and books about this. Even the Bible, their movie script has a lot of clues of what they're gonna do next, and so on and so forth. And Cousin Anthony reminded us of this book, and with the events going on with Kamala and Trump, and they saying she's the harlot that they speak of in Revelations. But yeah, this is interesting. I had to just bring this book up. We we gonna get some flack for looking at this, but it's just interesting. So for people that read the Bible, you gotta know how to read the Bible and read the signs and the symbols, and not necessarily read it the way that you've been taught in a church to read it. You got to read it on an esoteric level. Oh yeah. So y'all could, this is another book y'all could check out. So yeah, it's interesting. And all he did was basically give you references from the Bible, the movie script, and other other bodies of literature. But this is a fact sheet on Biden signs historic executive order to usher in the next era of tribal self-determination. This was in December 2023. So this is about new executive order will underscore respect for tribal nation sovereignty and autonomy. Oh yeah, we know they doing in every spirituality system, there's always a good side, an evil side, and then those that are in the middle that are balanced. It's a time to do either or. So yeah, we know that they doing their little ceremonies and rituals. But yeah, this is, y'all want to check this out in y'all spare time. It's kind of long. I mean, I'm not gonna read it all here, but well, it's not that long, but I'm not gonna read it all here. But just this alone goes with the question that Cuz posed. How will this affect the federally recognized tribes with the New World Order? And Biden signs this historic executive order to usher in the next era of tribal self-determination. But right here it says new executive order will underscore respect for tribal nation sovereignty and autonomy. It's very interesting.
But you know what? But even with that, how that's gonna be when the United States is the trustees over the tribal lands?
Yeah, we went over that in
We went over that already.
yeah, they have a collaborative, but they have the final say, it says. Even though it's a collaborative thing,
The United
they
States have the final say.
yeah, I'm just reminding the people.
So you see the games that they play. That what made me ask that question. But all that's going on and stuff in the political arena, I said, what's going to happen if they decide to say, okay, we ready to go ahead on? Because it's like George Bush Sr. said, we will and shall see it come to pass. Because that's their mission.
Yeah.
It's like but just say yes, they have a catalog of list of us with abilities. That was dealing with the mutant movie when they said, oh, they know who all mutants and everything and got abilities and stuff, so we gonna look out for them. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they shows. And I
I
love
think that
the
was generational things.
I love this shit. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We know that the United States government still controls them.
Yeah, we talked about that in one of our episodes.
Right.
The pros and cons of
Being
for
federal recognized and state recognized.
yes, sir.
And then you know what's so funny too? You hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't trust DNA and don't do this and don't do that." It's like, motherfucker, if you ever been to the hospital before and they had to draw your blood, they already got who the fuck you are. They already got who the fuck you are. You got people talking about, "Oh, I wouldn't do no DNA test and all that." You ain't gotta do that. They did that when your mama had you in the hospital. You know, or if
Yeah.
you ever was sick and you had to go to the hospital, they had to do lab work. What do you think
Yeah.
lab work is? You think they're just going to just
Right. And look at all you got to do is look at the Henrietta Lacks story. That tells you what they did. They took her blood without her consent and they saw that she had that superhuman blood that can cure shit. Yeah. The HeLa cells they call them. Yeah, so just use her as an example.
right? Just like when I was in the hospital, motherfucker came and asked me, Mr. Pa, yeah, we see that you crashed, but we brought you back and everything, but you're doing well now. And plus we see your blood type and everything, and we just was wondering that do you want to take this experimental drug that they have over there in Africa and Europe and Asia and all the islands and everything to help people survive the COVID strand like that, because we see that you're doing well and you have the antibodies to actually help people to fight this COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait, say that again? They say you have the antibodies. I'm like, what? They were like, yeah, you good. And guess what? I never caught it again. I never caught no other strand. I didn't. I didn't.
What's up? Yep. What's her name? Henrietta.
Yeah, that's what the nurse said. She said, oh, you got the blood we need. Oh, you got the blood we need. And I'm like, I said, what? She's like, yeah, you got the blood we need. Cause it was coming in there. They was coming in, and I'm like, y'all just came about an hour ago. Yeah, we gotta get some more blood. But
Yeah, yeah. They was getting their supply, cause
they was doing that blood work. They was drawing that bitch out of me like they was fucking mosquitoes. I'm like, man, the fuck y'all was like, oh man, they had to tube my arm and everything. And I'm like, man. But shit, I was getting them puddings though. I ain't gonna lie. The pudding was good like a motherfucker. Oh shit. But yeah, they know. They know because I was in there, and at first, they thought I just was a regular African American, right? So so um the young lady that I was with at the time, um I told her to call my cousin. And so I would tell him how he was doing in the hospital. So when she got in contact with the hospital and the director of the hospital and the hospital attorney, man, them people came down there and started talking to me. Excuse me, where you from? I said, I'm from here. Why? What's up? They said, no, you had somebody that was very important that called on your behalf. I said, oh, that was my cousin. And it was like, yeah, she was worried about you and yeah, make sure things is all right with you. And sure enough, they they didn't thought I was African American no more. I tell you that. And people that were coming in there having conversations when they were moving the trades and stuff. But yeah, but you got the information right there. Them people, the people know who you are already. They know. They know. But these are the things that people know not really taking. I mean, some people think about this, but too many people are worried about how they could survive from paycheck to paycheck. They're not thinking of things like this, you know, because this would be too much for them to fathom or worry about. Like, man, we got to deal with this too. You know what I'm saying? But these people show you who they are.
yeah. Does anybody have any more questions or comments? Yeah. That's what's up. Oh yeah, yeah. They know about the good blood. They know. They know. They know. Mm-mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think when they found a mosquito in a jade or it was from a tree sap and it was like a jewel. And they actually abstract old blood from that mosquito that was during the time where they had
That's
the dinosaurs. I'm like, okay, if they see if you can pull that up, cause where the scientists in them abstract ODMA from the mosquito that was inside of the sap of the tree, that was like a jade or something. And I'm saying to myself, old blood during the time of dinosaurs, I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure dinosaurs didn't have no old blood type.
No, they sucked it out of somebody, and it was still in them.
Yeah, see if you can pull that up, cuz if you can pull that up. Cause I'm saying to myself, they got I was like, because you got people talking about, oh, they didn't have no humans at the time of dinosaurs, but yet they said that this mosquito went back during the dinosaur time, but they extracted old blood from the mosquito. Did you find it, cuz?
I'm looking.
Yeah. I think it was called Mosquito from Jurassic Era with old blood type, if I'm not mistaken.
No, when I put Jurassic Park in there. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see.
I didn't say Jurassic Park, I said Jurassic Era.
It was in some amber, not jade.
Yeah,
Let me see. Yeah, DNA recovered from prehistoric mosquitoes. Yep.
Not everything that look like mosquito is not a mosquito.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say about the human DNA that they extracted out of it? Anybody got any questions in the comments?
Yeah, and then here's another project they got, the Human Genome Project. they got all kind of projects that they are not all of them are public knowledge.
Well, Cannabis been rap about that, about the Human Genome Project.
Right. I'm just bringing it up because we talked about the HeLa cells with Henrietta Lacks. We talked about the O positive blood with the mosquitoes. So it just goes in there with the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this ain't their first rodeo. They've been studying. They've been studying us. Even Bobby Hemmett. I like me some Bobby Hemmett and Delbert Blair and all of those people. They've been studying our genetics for a long time before the eugenics shit. Yeah. But we done been all over the place, but it's kind of, I mean, this can kind of relate to the blood of the principal people, the original people, the real people, and how this ties into what's going on. And the question posed today, which was, how will this new world order affect tribal nations, especially federally recognized tribal nations? So this, I'm gonna share the link again. Does anybody have any questions or comments? We thank y'all for tuning in and spending time with us. We've been in here an hour and 17 minutes. So we're going to be, winding down in a minute, but we're going to give y'all a chance to come in if y'all wanted to come in and join the open discussion. So it's in the chat, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen too. So it's in the chat, y'all. Oh my goodness. You see it?
Mm-hmm. Well, according to some indigenous people, we are just passing by here on Earth, so yeah, that's according to some stories.
Yeah.
For some reason, somebody don't want you a part of the ship.
So this is basically, y'all can, do your own independent research. We just bring up things so y'all can further research. You got to study to show yourself approved on this Sunday. So yeah. We thank y'all once again. We thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, cuz? We gonna stop it here, or what's up? How you
Yeah, we
feeling?
good.
I'm feeling,
We
yeah.
good right here.
good. We covered a lot.
And we thank y'all for tuning in, and hope to see y'all at the same bat channel, same bat time.
Next Sunday
Yep.
for the
Thank
open.
you. Thank you.
And we will get back to y'all on. We are supposed to be having a very special guest this August, so we'll let y'all know, to be announced, TBA. So y'all just continue to join our open discussions. We appreciate y'all.
And once again, if y'all got a topic that y'all want us to talk about, drop it in our email.
Yeah, or make a
before,
comment below this video.
before the said coming week. You know, you can drop it in there that Tuesday or that Wednesday and everything, where we can present it that Sunday. You know,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because we gonna examine it together with y'all.
shout out. And once again to the bereaved family, to the gentleman who lost his life at the powwow.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
send
Healing
our
and
condolences to the
restoration.
family.
Yeah. Healing and restoration to his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to everybody who lost a loved one this year, you know, condolences to y'all as well. And I always look on the bright side of things. At least those that did cross over on the other side ain't got to deal with this bullshit no more. I look
No,
at it like that.
they free.
Yeah, they free.
Another level.
They free. You know. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace. I'm
All
out.
right. Peace.